As you know, in 1947, 15th August, India got her freedom. Pakistan became free in 14th August. So, I will now show the letter that this is not a coincidence, that I'll not speak about. But now Pakistan was made up of two parts, Western Pakistan and Eastern Pakistan, separated by 1,000 miles that to overfly India. So normally they used to go by ship right now near Sri Lanka and then go across. And now we come to the Bangladesh War. 1970, from 1956, for a long time there was military rule in Pakistan. But then in 1970 they decided to have elections. So in 1970 they had elections in both wings, right? 1971 March, Indira Gandhi came and met the mother. And she sought her blessings. And mother said that elections are coming, you will do well. So she won a 2/3 majority. Now in 1970 when Pakistan won, elections were over, in Western Pakistan, Sindh, Balochistan, Punjab and NWFP, right? There were 132 seats, I think, something like that. And this side in Eastern Pakistan, there were 162 seats. He had formed an Awami League party, Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, and he won 160 seats out of 162. So naturally he claimed that he would like to be the chief minister of at least East Pakistan, and if reason is allowed to function, then prime minister of the whole of Pakistan. They refused. They said power must be in the west, not in the east. So then he started a civil disobedience movement. At least make me the chief minister of East Pakistan, right? At least that much you do. They refused because they thought that he will have the majority, and might be decision will be taken in their favor. So what they did was, they refused to agree and they brought it under military rule. First Yahya Khan was there, then Tikka Khan was there, and then they decided that, the Hindus voted in a very big way for the Awami League, so we must teach the Hindus a lesson. So kill them, take away their properties, etc., etc. This started on 26th March, just after Indira Gandhi won her election. A few days earlier, she had won the election with 2/3 majority, then this thing happened. So when there was a military rule imposed on Pakistan, on East Pakistan, then Sheikh Mujibur Rahman started a civil disobedience movement. And he thought that with that civil disobedience movement, he put a lot of pressure upon the thing. But then he gave a message that this might be my last message. I don't know whether I will be alive or not after that. But he tried to escape. They arrested him and kept him for some time. Then, on the 4th of April, mother sent a message to Indira Gandhi, the recognition of Bangladesh, exact words are not there, is urgent and imperative, or it is urgent and imperative that you recognize Bangladesh immediately. That would mean that you have said that Bangladesh is not part of Pakistan. So we called a meeting of our cabinet ministers and only three chiefs. So they all talked. Then Manik Shaw was called and he asked, she told him, Indira told him, look, what is happening? He said, what is happening? He said, hundreds and thousands of Hindus are being butchered and they are coming across. So he said, what does that have to do with me? So do something, take some steps. You must have. So he asked her, Madam, have you read the Bible? So why are you bringing the Bible in? He said, in the Bible, they said, let there be light, and there was light. And now you are saying, let there be war, and there will be war. Not so simple as that. Do you realize what the situation is now? The monsoon is going to start. You can't see one end of the river to the other end. It is a very, very difficult situation. So what I would like to do is, I will wait for some time. Have you prepared internationally? Have you gone to the whole world and let everybody know? But then Maharaj's message was there. It is imperative, urgent and imperative. Now there was a gentleman called Colonel Bhalla, who was at the time the signals officer in West Bengal. And he wanted to, he was a devotee of Mother. And after 1950, every month he used to send 1/10 of his salary to the ashram, to the Mother. He was a very good devotee, I know him very well. He used to live in Som Bihar. He was not very rich. He was a lieutenant colonel, right? At the time, not even a lieutenant colonel. So then he was very upset that Indira Gandhi was not recognizing Bangladesh immediately because Manik Shah was not doing it, no? And without Manik Shah support, you can't have this war can't take place, right? And the Hindus were being butchered, and they're all coming into Calcutta, into Shillong, into Meghalaya, into Mizoram, etc., etc. It was a terrible state. So then Indira Gandhi went on a world tour to try to convince everybody that the situation is very grave. They showed some interest, but nothing more. Because for them, Pakistan was very strategic. It was close to China, it was close to Russia. They were the enemies of the West at that time, right? And they wanted to, that Pakistan should stay. And if East Pakistan goes, the next thing might be West Pakistan also, no? So the West was not interested. They were just watching the situation. But Colonel Bhalla was very upset. He went and then he tried to speak to his chief of staff, who I forgotten his name, who was in charge today, right? And said, no, very difficult for us to do anything. At that time, the communists were ruling Bengal. The Naxalites were very active and were supported by the CPM government. So it's very difficult. So difficult or not difficult, if Mother has said, Mother will take care of everything. So he went and tried and whatever he could, no effect at all. He was very unhappy. He came back in July to the ashram and he wanted to meet the Mother. Mother called him He met, not a single word was exchanged. Then he came down. Still nothing happened. He got a few blessing packets, gave them, there was no reaction. General Tiwari was there, Ashok Chatterjee was there, right? And so he came back in August again. I think it was his birthday. He came with his whole family. So they met him, mother met him, mother met them all together. Then mother sent word to Mother Pandit, tell him to come back again or alone tomorrow. So he came back again, and this time he felt relieved, as if something is going to happen. And Mother Pandit made a statement, now things will happen. You just watch, right? And then things started moving. In the meanwhile, Bangladesh began to resist. So they created what is called Mukti Bahini. Mukti Bahini was really the Indian creation. They used to come over to India, they used to get training, they used to get guns, they used to get fireballs, they used to get pistols, even machine guns in certain cases. They used to go at night, blow up bridges, blow up this, blow up that, build, destroy things, kill Pakistani soldiers, right? And then come back here. India was wholly behind it. But pretending that we are not involved at all. Right? It is Bangladeshis. None of them are Indians. That is a fact. They are all Bangladeshis, but trained by Indians. So this went on, and for some time this continued like this, and it seemed that the resistance was increasing to Pakistan in a very big way. Then Balaji came for the second time. He brought those blessing packets. He gave it to the 5 or 6 top leaders there in the Eastern Command. And then they began to get convinced gradually. Because as General Tiwari has written in his book, that this was, suddenly things began to change. A lot of goodwill, a lot of affection, all the problems began to get solved. We couldn't understand. And when Tiwari was asked to write to Mother, he hesitated a lot. He said, sure, I know, but this French lady, I've got my hesitation. But then at night something happened and he wrote a letter to Mother. Mother sent her blessings, right? That convinced him. And immediately he felt something that touched him, right? After that he came over here, right? Then by that time many of the officers started writing to Mother or would send their photographs to Mother. And from the month of September or October, Mother kept a map of Bangladesh in front of her, always beside there. And every day she used to concentrate on that map. Sometime in the day, when she was a little free, she would concentrate on the map. By that time, the Indian army was convinced that we must go outright and ultimately win the war. But then, the man in charge, General Arora, he suddenly had some doubt. He said, now if we invade Bangladesh, we will be called the aggressors. So, I don't know what to do. So, on December 3rd, he sent Colonel Bhalla to Mother Pandit. Mother Pandit spoke to the mother. Mother just gave her blessings and sent you. By the time he reached Madras and was on his flight to Calcutta, right? Pakistan attacked. So on December 3rd, Pakistan attacked Pathankot, Punjab and all that. So now we had every reason, right? We had to defend ourselves. So we attacked again. And that war was won in 13 days. December 3rd to December 16th. Right? And December 16th, we had March Past, we celebrated, we were very happy. And Indira Gandhi called it ceasefire. Mother was not happy. Mother was happy that we won, but mother was not happy that we called a ceasefire. She said we should have finished Pakistan completely. Then our dream of a united India would have taken place. It didn't happen. So I said it is not going to happen through war, she wrote. She said that it will happen by some other means. The five parts of Pakistan will separate themselves and will like to join India. Right? So that is what happened, right? And the war is over in 13 days. We had 93,000 prisoners. And again, under international pressure, we released them all. Another very big mistake, right? That was a very sad thing. And therefore, the result, the problem is continuing. After that, Pakistan decided that they will never have a war with India. They will have what is called thousand cuts, terrorism, right? And even now they are trying to do that. Ravindra had said in 1950 to K.M. Munshi, Pakistan has been created by falsehood, fraud and force. K.M. Munshi came down, went straight to Amal Keval's house and dictated these three words: falsehood, fraud and force. And it must be brought under India's military ambit. These are the four things. Ultimately, the subcontinent will become one. But when, I do not know. India, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, Nepal, Tibet, etc., they all will become one and it will become a confederation. But when they will have their assemblies, right, they will be given a fair amount of freedom, but there will be a central government controlling two or three things: defense, foreign exchange, and might be the monetary policy. La disparition du Pakistan est inévitable. Elle aurait déjà dû se produire, mais l'ignorance humaine l'a retardé. I wrote to mother, and mother sent the reply immediately. The disappearance of Pakistan is inevitable. It could have happened earlier, but human ignorance has delayed it.